Good evening. You are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. On behalf of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Highness Sayyid Haytham bin Tariq Al Saeed bids farewell to His Excellency the Ambassador of Brunei Darussalam to the Sultanate at the end of his tour of duty. The Sultanate takes part in the activities of Jordan Festival for Arab Media. Two new tankers, Dank Silver and Madha Silver, join the fleet of Oman Shipping Company. And the first Shinas Forum reviews governmental projects in education, health and transportation sectors implemented in the Wilaya. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Petro Poroshenko of Ukraine on his country's independence anniversary. His Majesty the Sultan has sent a cable of condolences to His Excellency President Dr. Tony Tan Keng Yam of Singapore on the death of former Singaporean President Silapan Ramathanan. On behalf of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Highness Sayyid Haytham bin Tariq Al Saeed received in his office today His Excellency Dr. Datu Haj Bisar Haj Abu Bakr, Ambassador of the Brunei Darussalam to the Sultanate, to bid him farewell at the end of his tour of duty. His Excellency the Ambassador expressed his utmost thanks to His Majesty the Sultan for the support extended to him during his tour of duty in the Sultanate from His Majesty, the government and the Omani people, which had enabled him to carry out his duty. He wished His Majesty good health, happiness and long life, and the Sultanate further progress and prosperity under the wise leadership of His Majesty. His Highness Sayyid Haytham thanked the Ambassador for the efforts he exerted in serving the good relations between the Sultanate and Brunei Darussalam, wishing him permanent success and the friendly people of Brunei Darussalam further progress and prosperity. The Sultanate took part at Jordan Festival for Arab Media in the Jordanian capital Amman. The Sultanate is the guest of honor of the festival, which invited more than 700 Arab media men and artists, besides the official delegations headed by the Ministers of Information, Director Generals for public media and press organizations, in addition to officials at media production companies. An Omani night will be organized during the festival. The Omani night will include Omani heritage performances, documentaries, music performances and oud music, in addition to other events. The festival included an exhibition for media cities, satellite and radio channels, production companies and technology providers. It also included seminars and lectures on the media content, Arab drama, e-media ethics and media means response to terrorism issues. His Excellency Dr. Abdul Mun'im bin Mansour Al-Hsani, Minister of Information, led the Sultanate's delegation. First, Shinas Forum reviewed governmental projects which were implemented in the Wilaya, namely education, health and transportation sectors, in addition to other service and development projects in various coastal and mountainous villages in the Wilaya. The forum focused on the importance of voluntary work, which led to social solidarity and domestic efforts in developing local society, especially in regulating zakat giving. The forum also focused on the importance of continuity and unity of efforts and working as one team. Still to come in our news bulletin. A private museum consisting of traditional Omani handicrafts and artifacts is owned by a citizen from the Wilaya of Daba in the Governorate of Musandam.
هنا الرائحة العالقة بالذاكرة تأخذنا دهشة مختلفة لتبهرنا بجمالها الآسر حيث ملتقى الأسرة. امنح نفسك شغف التجربة، فهنا حكاية الجمال لا تنتهي. مهرجان صلالة السياحي 2016 من 15 من يوليو إلى 31 من أغسطس. عمان، المحبة والوئام.
Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. Exchanging viewpoints in military affairs and discussing a number of matters of common concern were the main topics discussed at the meeting by Lieutenant General Ahmed bin Harith al-Nabhani, Chief of Staff of the Sultan's Armed Forces, when he received in his office today Lieutenant General Michael X. Garrett, Commander of the U.S. Army currently visiting the Sultanate. Two new tankers named Dhank Silver and Madha Silver joined the fleet of Oman Shipping Company OSC as the company's fleet stand at 50 different vessels. The two tankers were built on HMD shipyard of Hyundai in Oslan, the Republic of Korea. The two tankers are the 7th and 8th tankers of the Silver project, which is executed by OSC with Shell International to build 10 medium-sized with capacity of 50,000 metric tons each. The new vessels equipped with the latest navigation and safety systems. The two tankers will be under the technical management of Oman Ship Management Company, one of the OSC's subsidiaries which manage more than 75% of the fleet. Oman Air launches a new initiative of free bus service for its customers from Al Ain to Abu Dhabi and from Dubai and Abu Dhabi. This complimentary bus service will include 2 daily trips, which are Al Ain Dubai and Al Ain Abu Dhabi. Transporting 33 passengers, these buses are equipped with luggage trolleys, reclining seats and climate control systems. An international event entitled Image of the World was organized by Oman Society for Fine Arts at the Sultan Qaboos Higher Center for Culture and Arts. More details in the following report by Sultan bin Saif al-Sarai.
A number of artists from various backgrounds have gathered in the Omani Society for Fine Arts premises last night to paint small portraits with different meanings. This gathering came to deliver noble messages and to emphasize that art can be a good communicator across cultures and nations.
I'll be doing a small portrait because the canvas is a bit small, 10 by 12 centimeters, and I guess it will be representing about women and our obstacles that we face in everyday life.
If you notice, the canvas is very small, but we are able to draw something really huge. The ideas inside that canvas maybe will point to something very great.
The portraits have varied in terms of their ideas and colors, where each one has its own hidden message, which may be accessed by the artist only or those who can interpret this kind of art.
This is an international event, so the artwork needed is very small. The time given is very short, so I thought the best thing to do is to paint Omani landscape, because this exhibition will take place in Europe, so to give a feeling of Omani landscape.
The main aim of this initiative is to document the Omani art activities in one book. Contains 140 projects with different tastes, ideas and meanings for male and female artists from the Sultanate, which then will join other portraits around the world.
These portraits will be included in international projects to participate in various exhibitions around the world and to end up in one place representing this kind of art. Sultan bin Saif al-Sarai, Muscat.
Abdullah Shahi, a citizen from the Wilaya of Daba in the Governorate of Musandam, who allocated part of his house to create a museum exhibiting traditional Omani handicrafts and other items. Some of the objects date back to hundreds of years, which were made from wood and metal, such as ancient swords, khanjars, jewelry and pottery, in addition to manuscripts and books. He called upon the Ministry of Heritage and Culture and the Ministry of Tourism to allot a place at the Daba port to exhibit those traditional artifacts and handicrafts for the tourists who visit the fort. Now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Cloudy skies will prevail over the coastal areas of the Governorate of Dhofar and its nearby mountains with intermittent drizzle. Rest of the Sultanate will have clear skies with cloud accumulation and scattered rainfall over the Hajar Mountains. Low clouds and fog late at night and early morning are expected over the coastal areas of the Arabian Sea. Winds will be northeasterly, light to moderate over the coasts of Sea of Oman, while on the coastal areas of the Arabian Sea, it will be southwesterly, moderate to active. Seas will be rough along the coasts of the Arabian Sea with a maximum wave height of 3.5 meters and slight along the rest of the coasts with a maximum wave height of 1.25 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. On behalf of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Highness Sayyid Haytham bin Tariq Al Saeed bids farewell to His Excellency the Ambassador of Brunei Darussalam to the Sultanate at the end of his tour of duty. The Sultanate takes part in the activities of Jordan Festival for Arab Media. Two new tankers, Dunk Silver and Medha Silver, joined the fleet of Oman Shipping Company. And the first Chinas Forum reviews governmental projects in education, health and transportation sectors implemented in the Wilaya. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night.